think that we held the shot pretty much the same because we use a tripod similar to what we did in our preliminary task. So there's no shake, there's no like awkwardness of the camera. You don't really know what's going on. It's pretty much the same. Strong, like the tripod is pretty much strong on the firm on the camera. So there was no problems with that. So you could pretty much see what's going on. I feel that the quality of framing of the shots was better in our final video than in our preliminary task because we made sure we went through the script and we saw where we needed to film and where the characters needed to be positioned in relation to the script. I feel that the quality of the shooting material was more in relation to the story than in our preliminary task. As in the script that we wrote and our treatment went along with what we did film, and we made sure we filmed different angles and different shots to make sure that it all reflected our final film. I feel that our miss on scene in this one was better in relation to the girls wearing this outfits that people normally wear when they're going jogging. As of last time in the preliminary task, there wasn't really very much of a uniform, it was just casual clothes. Also, the place in the park where the girls were running is more relation to our story as of last time where it was just in a room, not really relating too much to the story, to the task that we were given. The lighting was more daytime, so we depended more if the sun was out, if it was in the clouds, if it was in comparison to last time where if it was more artificial light bulbs and stuff. I feel that the editing in this one was in the final video was a bit more fast paced. Maybe the maybe the viewer might be a bit confused about how fast the editing is, but in relation to the last one, it's definitely more faster than the last one, where it was more slower paced. There wasn't too much cutting back and forth. So this one, the audience may be a bit confused at times, but we made sure we had narration in the form of writing, so they don't really lose the plot of the story too much. We use sound in our film. Like we used a song, Luru, in for the Kill Scream remix, and we made sure that we lowered the music when the characters were talking, so you could hear the dialogue as opposed to just hearing the song. But we made sure that that song goes with our whole film. So as with the eeriness at the beginning, and it gets a bit more fast paced as the cutting gets a bit more fast paced, so you understand what's going on in the story in relation to the music. It's not just any song in the background. I feel that the positions and the movements of the characters were pretty much the same. This one, they jogged when they needed to jog, and they stayed stationary when they needed to stay stationary. As of last time, when they needed to walk into the room and sit down, they followed that. So I feel that it's pretty much the same as of last time. I feel that this time was better than last time, as when we all came together. We all knew when we needed to meet up, as we all had schedules on our blogs, and we all made the effort to kind of contact each other when we needed to. The majority of our groups made sure we made the targets that we needed to get within our group, not just our own individual targets as well. The majority of our groups worked well as a whole. There was me and two other people. We made sure we needed to do what we needed to do as a group. There was another person in the group that wasn't able to fulfill their role, and we had to make sure we all came together and filled that person's role, which kind of slowed us all down. But we made sure the three of us worked together to produce a final product at the end in relation to the other person not being around or not. So I feel that the majority of our group worked well together. All the there wasn't another person to do their part, which sort of affected our film. But we made sure we all worked through it. And another part which kind of damaged us was when we had to change the script in relation to our research. So that kind of slowed us down again. But the three of us did work together to get around that obstacle, and we made sure we got a final product at the end. Well, the only other problem I had was with the quality of the camera. It could have been better defined, and we had a problem with setting it to widescreen instead of putting it to normal screen, which slowed us down, and that we had to keep going back and letterboxing all of our clips. But apart from that, it was reasonably fine. Also, if we probably had a better microphone instead of using just the camera, you could probably hear the dialogue better. But yeah, it was fine.